Vehicles are becoming more and more complicated. There are so many ECUs on vehicles installed now that it's impossible not to have diagnostics, and also that support to understand every single ECU. It's impossible to know everything about everything, but hence that's where the support comes in, right? If you call up with a question that maybe we don't know, we can find out. It's not just someone with a scroll reading from a script, speaking to a dedicated team who can help all the way up to changing the software if needs be.
Hello, my name is Brett Edkins and I'm the Technical Support Manager here at Eclipse. Technical Support is a support base that we offer all of our customers when they purchase new kits. This is both vehicle technical support and IT technical support. So our customers can call in between the hours of 8:30 and 5:30 Monday to Friday and speak to either departments for any help that they need. In that support desk we have industry trained technicians across a wide spectrum, so from car mechanics to HV mechanics off highway. We can provide further information on the fault code right the way up to advanced level help, so we can remote on and help the guys carry out any calibrations, any programming that they require.
So my name's Dan. I've been working with Eclipse now for 12 years. So I started in general engineering. I went to university to study mechanical engineering and motorsport. I worked in motorsport for a while. Good morning, Eclipse. Vehicle support covers a wide variety of things. Basically, we help customers fix vehicles. Sometimes that can just be connecting to vehicles in the first instance. Sometimes it is more complicated, maybe an ECU programming, but really we're here to support people getting their vehicles back on the road. They call up, they have a unique case reference number, which means if they call back again, we can immediately go back to that and kind of keep a trace on it and not having to repeat themselves. We also have a database, so each case is then logged. We've been doing so for 17 years, so we have all that information to go back on, or if there are continuing cases of the same thing, like common faults, so we can come back to that as well. We also have lots of additional information about vehicles, wiring diagrams, further information on fault codes that we can offer. If it's something that we can supply, if something we have, then we'll email it to you. I mean, there is so much information on the gel test anyway, block diagrams, operational diagrams, for things like that, but you may be, for example, used to Volvo wiring diagrams and not the block diagram that you get on the gel test. So again, give us a call, we can send that to you instead. Also on top of that, we have a relationship with gel test. That means that we can take it to the next level. So if we're thinking there is an issue, maybe with the software or potentially with the vehicle, we have that relationship, as I said, with Spain, so we can talk to an engineer and get them involved in the job. So you'll have not only one of our team members helping you, but also an engineer from Spain helping you at the same time. We can progress this as far as we would like. So even to the point where they may be writing a patch file to help add extra functions onto vehicles. Obviously, with your test pad connected to the internet, we can use something called remote assistance. So there's a small icon on your desktop that you will load up, Eclipse Assist or Eclipse Support. And once you open this up, we can then see your screen and take control. So what that means is, if you're struggling with a certain procedure or a certain function, we can effectively help you and explain to you, this is how you do it. So you're going to see, one, how you do it, and two, it's like you've got an extra hand doing that job. And because you're watching the screen happen in front of you, then you'll know for next time. If you've never programmed a trailer before, it can be extremely daunting. So having that remote assistance would be almost a must if you've never done it before.
So, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Ashley. I've been working at Eclipse for about 5 years now in IT support. We deal with anything to do with the computers or the actual diagnostic software itself. So that can be issues on the test pad or issues on the actual gel test software itself if you're having any errors on that. We do also help out a lot of times, get a lot of calls for updates, so software updates for the gel test, and also a big one is expert codes. So if you need any help getting your expert code or your login details, we're the people to call, so we can help you out get those details and get you back up and running.
We also have industry trained IT technicians, and with our IT department they are first, second, third, fourth line support, so they will help with the basics. So the software isn't opening, they can also remote onto the machine and they can fix it remotely. Or the way is if the worst happens and the equipment is damaged and it needs repairing, we repair everything in-house.
So the repairs, the way they work is mainly, first of all, the test pad pros that we sell, they don't particularly have a massive high rate of failure, but obviously every PC now and again does fail, but it's just technology, unfortunately. But normally what we tend to do is get them into ourselves to obviously have a look at and assess. At that time, we normally say it's around probably 48 hours before you potentially should receive it back. We like to try and keep the turnaround quite low, because we know a lot of the guys they can't really be without it. We've got to keep them up and running as much as possible so they can get their work done on the vehicle. So we tend to try and keep it as little as we can. So remote assistance at Eclipse, we use Eclipse Assist, which is the tool we use to remote onto your test pad. So provided you can obviously hook it up to the internet, we can then get on a lot of times and help out with error codes and issues. It comes in really handy rather than describing stuff over the phone, especially with what common ones, expert codes. So we can remote on, walk you through step by step how to get onto the website, how to get you logged in, how to request your expert code, and then you can get back up and running all in the space of a couple of minutes. It's quite straightforward as long as we can get you online, and then it's a really powerful tool to actually help you rather than just describing it over the phone.
When a lot of people call up a technical support line, they think that we are a standard turn it off, turn it back on again, has that fixed it? Yes or no? Eclipse is a lot more than that.
It's not just someone with a scroll reading from a script. It's like you've got an extra hand doing that job.